Welcome to Us versus Movies. I'm your host, Dustin. Today, joined by Kevin Beckham, as usual.
Hi. Hello, everyone.
Kevin, how the hell are you holding up in this crazy, crazy world?
Just another week, just another day of paradise.
Oh God, you become one of those people. Just another day of paradise.
welcome to the new normal.
There's a guy I work with every time he stops by. He's like, just another day in paradise. I'm just like, listen, you say that again, and you're gonna find you drowned in the pool. Okay, I'm just saying.
Oh, like drowning
in the
pool?
In the pool. In the pool. No.
Because the other one was a Phil Collins reference, and that was a drowning pool reference.
Mm. I mean, I saw what you were doing, but no, I wanted to make sure that the
you killed a man.
that a man was dead in the pool, and then I'd be like, "Pool's closed, idiot."
That's premeditated, man.
Look at this guy. No, I'll make it look like an accident. Yeah, he accidentally got bludgeoned in the head. Now, you know what? Moving on. We are here to talk about
this guy comes out missing.
Mortal. I know, that's what I'm worried about now. He's going to be like, it was him. Mortal Kombat Legends, Scorpion's Revenge. 2020 animated film from WB and NetherRealm Studios, supposedly.
The last thing I heard from these WB guys, I thought they're like not doing any more of this animated shit.
Well, it's very confusing, Kevin.
And now they can't stop doing animated shit.
What it was is that they stopped doing that like pristine premiere like animated division, and then and so they were like, yeah, because they were trying to push for like theatrical releases for that and stuff. And then they realized we make a lot of money off of these with like convention stops and DVD sales and on digital sales. So let's just stop doing the theater. Like they just were like eliminated the theater thing. And we're like, yeah, we can't stop doing these. These do really well. This direct to DVD shit, you know, or direct releases, I should say anymore.
Yeah. So the DVD, old man.
Yeah. So, and another part of that was that they were trying to, you know, do very specific, like high budget comic book stories. And now they're just like, yeah, here's your budget. This sucks to like do whatever. Or like, oh, that sounds really good. You get a bigger budget. Go for it. You know, so it's less like, it's more fluid, I'll say. They're just kind of doing a lot of everything.
So basically, when these stop making money, like hard, then the party's over.
Yeah, but right now they're doing gangbusters. That's why they just keep pumping them out, you know. I mean, if that Batman Ninja can make money, anything can. Like anything.
That's true. And that was
horrible.
It was visually interesting, but story-wise, I was like, what is this?
Yeah. Did you ever see the Batman Shanghai like short that they did on more of a Chinese animation style?
Yeah,
that was pretty cool. That they should have done that for an hour and a half instead of that Batman Ninja.
I like Batman Ninja, but wouldn't Batman be more of a samurai with his whole like philosophy and mentality and stuff?
There's a lot of things that film could have done better.
That's true.
Just a lot, but we're not here to talk about what that film could have done better. We're here to talk about what Mortal Kombat Legends, Scorpion's Revenge could have done better.
Oh, man.
Runtime, 80 minutes, rated R somehow. I don't know why they went and got a rating for a direct release animation, but it's technically rated R.
I assume the video game kid tie-in type of thing.
Yeah, and I mean, like the gore and the swearing. Top billed is Joel McHale as Johnny Cage. Gets top billing before
from
Patrick.
Soup.
Yeah, before Patrick Sears, who does Scorpion. And probably the most other notable person is, there's actually two. There's Robin Atkin Downs, who's done a ton of WB stuff. He's been Joker, he's been Superman, he's done a ton of guys. He's the voice of Kano. Yeah,
he literally lives there.
Yeah, pretty much. They're just like, he's like, hey, you got a fill-in role for me? They're like, yeah, all right, Robin.
They go down into the cafeteria at WB. They just kick him behind the fucking trash can. Like, hey, get up. We're doing a movie. Hey, what am I going to do? Just do the talk and shut up.
I mean, if you saw this guy, that's not a far stretch. Like, he does kind of look very dumpstery. Like,
He's like,
Like he just
hey.
rolled out of some sort of loft and is just like, all right, I'm here, guys. And they're just like, are we gonna repossess your condo right now, or is that later? He's like, oh.
Hey, fancy word for an apartment. I'm dumpstering over here. Hey.
And then probably the most other noticeable or notable one is Jennifer Carpenter, who played Dexter's sister on Dexter and was also married to Dexter while playing his sister till they had a nasty divorce, and then they had to film 2 more seasons together. And she's Sonya Blade. And that's kind of it for the notable one. I mean, everyone else is just like, I'm a voice actor. You don't know me from other things unless you just like really are passionate about my life. So
I'd like to say big missed opportunity to bring in rowdy Ronda Rousey to bring her Sonya Blade performance in from MK11.
Mm-hmm. Oh, did she play Sonya Blade in MK11?
She does.
Oh, okay. I didn't finish the story of that because my wife played the entire storyline in 2 days without me, and
I fucked up.
Yeah, it was actually. It was
real good story. Real fun.
Yeah, it was pretty fucking asshole-ish of her. I mean, it happens in relationships, I suppose.
I don't know. I don't think it does.
No, it shouldn't have. It was real jacked up. I was just like, wow, fuck me, I guess, right? So
no, that was a little bit of a backhanded compliment because rowdy Ronda Rousey, she's a little stiff on some of the delivery, and you're kind of like, ooh.
Yeah, she cannot act. I don't care what anyone says. She's not an actress. She just doesn't have that ability. So I would not square up with her, but I would, fathom a guess that I could probably act circles around her, and I'm not an actor. Yeah. I'm just like, see, Rhonda, you see? She's like, this isn't acting either. I'm like, yeah, I'm acting like a fool. Suck it.
Oh, man, she'd snap your arm in like 2 seconds.
For sure. I'd be like, hope you got good insurance, you asshole.
I don't have any. This is America.
You're right. See you in court. But yes, this is how would you describe this, Kevin? A retelling? Reimagining?
So basically, like, MK10 and 11 and the game narrative kind of went back in time and reset a bunch of stuff. So this was kind of like, hey, that was a great idea. Let's tell that same story, kind of like the game does, kind of like the first movie did. But we'll tell you what was going on with kind of Scorpion when you didn't see him. So you're like, what was he doing? And then MK, the 10 and 11 and the previous ones kind of give you insight to like, why is Scorpion to Scorpion? Why is he a skeleton guy when he takes his mask off? He's a pretty BA ninja, but why yellow? All these kind of answered ish. I kind of like that. I didn't really need to reinvent the wheel for this or this narrative because it's Mortal Kombat. We go to this, it's Enter the Dragon, and that's the best part about Mortal Kombat is it's so familiar and simple.
Yeah. I mean, I will say I was a bit surprised that we were getting a full, I'll say a Mortal Kombat origin story in a way. Like, I was just like, wow, did we need this? Like, I loved that we were following Scorpion. I do wish there was a part where we followed Scorpion becoming the skeleton guy more, because I feel like that's where it was just like, okay, now he's going to become Scorpion. And then it was just like, oh, and now he's Scorpion. What the fuck? Wait a minute. Like,
yeah, when he's in his human form, I forget his human form
Hanzo
name.
Or something.
Yeah. Well, Hanzo, nice. When he's Hanzo and stuff, and the Quan Chi comes to him, that's like from the game. It's kind of like that shit didn't happen in like your 90s Mortal Kombat, but when we kind of revisited this timeline, like Ed Boon and like NetherRealms kind of ironed out this, they kind of just tightened up their narrative with their characters and how they interacted with each other. And you're kind of like, okay, it worked out really good. There's a part midway through, they kind of, Quan Chi's kind of does a scream ending where he's just like, yo, dude, here's what I did here. Boom, boom, boom. Check the fucking resume. And Scorpion's like, oh shit, that's what happened. Like when he gets a moment like that, and you're kind of like, well, I've never heard of that variation. I guess that would work. It kind of baby faces Sub-Zero a little bit, but that's okay because Sub-Zero still dies in that timeline. And that's how you get like Noob Saibot for that's the original Sub-Zero. So
Yeah.
So there's kind of like little tweaks in the story, which I kind of didn't mind. It kind of, like I said, it just feels like a tighter overall experience. But the original narrative is like, if you know Mortal Kombat, you saw the first movie, the live action. And I know they want to do another live action now because like Mortal Kombat's got like that hot fire around it.
I think they were already filming it. Like, I don't know if production wrapped or whatever, but I thought they already filmed it.
The last thing I heard is they needed a director. So, yeah,
Wow.
so like that was about 6 months ago.
That's not. It's not a good place to be. I could have swore that. Let me look it up.
Maybe because like that was the last thing that I noticed. Because I know when the game came out, everyone was like, each iteration of these games as of late are doing better than the previous one. So they're literally just printing money. So I know that like, Hollywood has been chomping at the bit to get back on the MK.
Wagon. No, it's done, dude.
Oh, really?
It's coming out next year. It's already got it's got a cast, director.
That's crazy.
Simon McQuoid.
Maybe it was supposed to be in tandem because you remember back in the day they used to have like a live action movie. They'd release something on DVD at home with the game. You know what I mean? They would just be this epic assault of media you would get when they had releases. So, but with the whole world just gone topsy-turvy, I think a lot of stuff got paused and delayed and rescheduled. So, well, that's good. I'm glad it's done. I hope it doesn't suck.
I don't know. I saw the casting for Sonya Blade. It's not.
Well,
it's like filling me with
yeah. In all honesty, Sonya is a cog character. She's not a big, huge narrative pusher, like Liu Kang is, but Scorpion's uber popular. He's on the cover of the last 25 games or something. You know what I mean? So
we're only on 11, but 25 games.
Anything that has Mortal Kombat in there, he's probably on the cover or very nearby. So he's like, he's the most popular. He's your prize pig.
Yeah, and he made the jump to the DC one too. On Injustice. So
no, yeah, like he's the one. He's NetherRealm's. I mean, their fucking logo is Scorpion silhouette. You know what I mean? Like he's the one. So I don't. I mean, Sonya's casting. Sonya's a cog character. Like she's just a sub character with it. Like her, she needs Jax basically to function and just wants to kill Kano, even though Kano is like a nasty bastard. He's like such a great bad guy. He's almost too hammy, but yet he's just perfect.
But
it's just exactly good enough.
You want him to always be. You'd like, no, you can never have your revenge against Kano.
Yeah,
we forever need Kano.
Exactly. Well, you forever need Kano, and he's like, you wouldn't leave your fucking daughter in the same building with him, your mom, you wouldn't even want to be. You
want like an Amber Alert for when he's in the country, like Kano's in the U.S. You're like, ooh, lock the doors down and get a gun.
Yeah, and he's just fucking great. But yeah, so I'm curious about that movie. But with this movie, it starts off
with ants attacking a scorpion.
Yeah, this scorpion, like it's a real scorpion, guys. It's not the scorpion.
It's the animals.
That scorpion just putting work on these ants.
I mean, I would have liked a little more detail on these. As much time as we spend with these ants and scorpion, I would have liked a little more detail. But yeah, that scorpion, man, he fucking knew how to work. He was putting on like a clinic on how to just destroy a bunch of red ants.
But I was like, wow, how more on the nose will we be in this story? This is the first 5 seconds. I was like, holy shit, beat me over the head with that hammer. They're like, no, this is the first 35 minutes of the movie. You watch this fucking scorpion. I'm like, okay, shit.
I had to watch 3 days worth of nature documentaries to see how this would go down, and then ignore all of it.
So I was like, all right. And he's with his kid, and his kid's like
Hanzo, pre-scorp.
Right, exactly. He's like, Dad, look at a scorpion getting all this work, and these ants are getting that smoke. What the fuck? And then he's like, yeah, man, here's some real throwaway fucking live, love, laugh kind of thing. I'm gonna tell you.
Well, no, he's just like, It's kind of the opposite. He's like, fucking life's hard. Shit's not given to you. Fucking kill or die, motherfucker. But he says it in a very like.
No, I was pretty sure the exact same thing that I said with the live, laugh,
No, you said live, laugh, love.
That's
pray, love. Scorpion, kill, whatever.
It's the same thing. Like guys probably have that on their wall. Like girls have that etched on their wall when you walk in their apartment. You're like, what's this stupid shit? And then
pray love, and then the guys is like murder, death, kill.
Yeah, he's like, no, you pray love. That was a book and a movie and a Julia Roberts, I think.
Yeah, don't mention her. And yes, it was. It was like the last time she was relevant at the box office.
The last time she was.
Gotta.
She does what?
She won't do a commercial if she doesn't have Photoshop. She has to be Photoshopped to look like 10 years younger.
She's at home and she just hears some guy talking about cartoons and then just
I just wanted to enjoy a fucking podcast about fucking scorpions revenge. And here I am getting zinged. This is why I don't go out anymore. This is why I raise my own chickens and start fights with my neighbors.
Someone knows way too much about this lady.
She annoys me. I don't know why. She just does.
Scorpion.
Yeah, so
it's like lunchtime.
Let's home.
He's like, yeah, let's go home and so we can see that our Momsy and our whole fucking clan just got Lone Wolf and Cub here, and we're gonna show up and.
It's a big city, It's not empty. I mean, it is now because they're all dead.
Was that his city? That looked more like his little town where he runs his ninja clan out of.
It was still it was a lot of ground to cover. There was a lot of people to kill, Kevin. Like there was numerous buildings. Okay?
Yeah, but
they were like running through and hiding in several different buildings, like full of dead people. So.
Oh yeah, because that was the Lin Kuei. Lin Kuei showed up and Sub-Zero's like, that's my fucking squad. And they came in just stab, poke, fucking ninja. And then Scorpion's like, yo, what is up with this shit? And the kid's like, Dad, they're all fucking dead. And he was like, that's it.
That first fight was really good when they're trying to get the jump on him, the way he moved his son around out of the way, and my favorite is when
the son's like piggyback on him, so he's not dropping the son, so it creates for like interesting fight scenarios, which I was like, okay, they're gonna put some tender loving care in some of these fights, and you're like, what are we gonna do like an hour and 30 minutes into this? They kind of give it up a little bit because what's a fight scene? Always a fight scene, and it's like, but they kind of make up for it with the hyper violence. It's Fist of the North Star-esque. It's just like dismemberment.
Mortal Kombat,
No, that's what I'm saying though. Like it's Mortal Kombat. That everyone is synonymous with just this over the top violence and gore, and they hold true to it for pretty much the whole movie, which I was pleasantly surprised. Like I expected it, but I was like, man, this is it's pretty sweet.
Yeah. Well, my favorite in that alley, though, is when he basically carves a guy's head in half, and the guy's eyes bug out and just stay bugged out. I was like, oh, that's amazing.
Yeah. Because it starts to like bulge and kind of Google out of his head. Like it's like Google.
It's very like once it's like, and I was like,
yeah.
It stayed with me the whole movie. I was like, do that again. And again.
Gurgle out of his head, not Google. It's like
no, you were right. It Googled out like Google.
Yeah. But I was like that. I was just like, okay, yeah, this is gonna be violent. And then like it just keeps going, and you're like, but it doesn't. I will say it doesn't borderline get excessive, where you're kind of like, oh, here comes another bloody fight scene. It almost gets there, but it kind of holds back.
Yeah, well, because he gets to his house, and of course the wife is dead, and they do a great job seeing him seeing red, and he just goes through all of the Lin Kuei.
I'm not gonna lie, that was probably my favorite action when they kind of went real kind of abstract with the violence and the kind of like how he sees everything and the way his muscles were. I just thought that was really interesting as well, very comic booky to me to do something like that instead of just going, hey, we just showed you a bunch of violence. How do we show the same violence with, I don't know, different perspectives, different ways to approach this. And I was like, oh, thank you guys for being that's very courteous of them, I thought.
And that last guy that he turned into a sack of mush.
Oh, when he kept hitting him, I was like, hey, dude, hey, he's had enough.
I was like, oh,
hey, you got him, dude. And then I was like, and then they showed him. I was like, oh shit, they showed him.
Yeah, when they showed him, I was like, oh, brilliant, thank you. Yeah, but also disgusting. That's disgusting.
I was like, it looks like someone spilled a bunch of corned beef hash here.
Yeah, I put clothes on it. Like they were like, boy, you playing with the corned beef hash again? Come on.
I was like,
I told you to stop putting clothes on the corned beef hash. That's disgusting.
He's had enough, buddy. You got him.
Yeah, it was and then Sub-Zero.
He gets caught slipping.
Yeah. Shows up and is just like, I got your boy. And I'm gonna hit you with some ice.
Yeah, it was sick. He put like that ice bomb on him and just like it was just like this ice prism thing that was just stabbing through him and just held him down. I was just like, oh shit. You ain't gonna make it out of this one, my dude.
Yeah.
Scorpion begs. He just begs for the inevitable, and Sub-Zero's like, "Yeah, this is your kid." Kills the kid, leaves him for dead. Scorpion goes fucking zero to bat shit. Like he's already like, I mean, this dude, like he's just shaving years off his life with all this stress he's put himself through. Like,
oh, for sure. Like you could see why he's a skeleton head because just the stress removed everything. And he breaks free from the ice. Very cool. I was just like, oh. He's gonna come get you, and Sub-Zero's like, nah, dog, you're dead.
Oh yeah, he's like, I want to kill you. He's like, you first, fucker. Pop.
Yeah.
And he just ice picks him with the right through the throat, face, mouth.
And we get the X-ray, the new X-ray thing that they
they did that from 10. They really like it was like a big hodgepodge of fan service, which I thought was kind of nice. I was like, oh, this is cool.
It was not. I think they almost did the X-ray thing maybe one too many times. Like I feel like they used it a couple times where I didn't need it, and then it would have been more special at the end when they brought it back. I was like, oh, okay. I mean, I like the end ones, the middle ones. I was like, meh.
I will say the times they did choose to do it, I was kind of for. I wasn't offended because it felt like a thing to break up the fountains of blood, you know.
But it was just like, okay, the fight is over. We've done an X-ray. The fight is over. So.
I think after that we just go back to like the core three, your three main characters ish.
Yeah, then it's just like, hey, do you know Mortal Kombat? Well, here's Mortal Kombat. And I was kind of like, oh, I thought we were really gonna stick with Scorpion the whole time, but I believe we start with Liu Kang because you have to start with Liu Kang when he's meditating with some candles. Very romantic. It's a dinner for one for him. And then Raiden shows up and ruins it. And Raiden's just like, hey, man, start and get your shit. Get ready. Stop fucking around. Put your pants back on. Let's go.
He's like, what, dude?
He's like, huh? And Raiden is it's a good design. They opt for one of the more modern designs for Raiden, which I appreciated. I think his 10 and 11 look are probably the coolest he's ever been.
Yeah, I think a sidebar, all the characters' designs and costumes were pretty good. My only grumpy kind of was with Sonya and Cage. There was a little I was being nitpicky with Cage's design and Sonya's. You cut to Sonya, she's in this like street fight in some sort of Asian continent. I think she's in China.
Yeah, I didn't really understand this part.
And then she's in her full army garb. Like I was just like, what are you doing? You look like a geek out there. You're fighting on the street. You're doing like some back alley Lionheart, Jean-Claude Van Damme street fight shit. And you're all fucking militaried out. What you look like a dork. What are you doing?
Yeah, like dog tags and everything because they make sure we see the.
Well, no, that was cool to introduce her. I thought that was.
Yeah, I was like,
I was like, all right, I'll give you that. Like she could still rock dog tags in civvies. I thought she's like undercover looking for Jax because Jax. I know their whole thing is basically to get to the tournament to find Kano because he's Black Dragon. He's selling weapons and Shang Tsung. He's doing all that shit. That's like their whole little side way in. But I'm like, why? She's beefing, right? God, I was like, that's the kind of just made me cringe a little bit. I would have, like, if she was like in a tank top, like some real casual, I'm about to fight shit, and then like threw on a military bomber or something, or a jacket, a half thing, I'd been like, all right, that's fine. But it's like, that's like a cop walking into a party going, hey, where's a party at, you guys? I'm fucking closing this down.
Well, and then she wins, and she goes over to the guy, and she's just like, is Kano there? Because if he's not, nowhere on Earth can you hide from me. And I was just like, oh, I guess this wasn't a speaking role for that character, because he doesn't say anything. He's just like, Oh,
the guy, the chick.
Yeah.
Wait, what? Oh, the fight after the
no, after the fight, the guy she gets the scroll from.
Oh yeah, well,
she just stands there. She's like saying a lot of things that you would think would warrant a response from someone. And I was like, oh, I guess they didn't get anyone to talk for that character.
Well, he probably pissed his pants because she just hospitalized this guy to like he went to like the ER to the fucking funeral home because she beat the ever love. Like this dude's like
definitely
on life support of all guys.
He's seen the dentist and he might have like
no, dude. He's seen facial
problems.
She took a pipe, a fucking jigsaw.
To be fair. Face. He did rip the pipe off the wall. So, I mean...
Yeah, man. Oh, he brought a pipe to the pipe party, but fuck, I get it. But I was like, that's excessive, Sonya. You're representing...
go ahead.
I was just going to say,
I mean, she's a very... I'm just going to say, I did not like this Sonya Blade. I found her to be unlikable the entire movie. Like, everything she said, the way she acted. There was, like, possibly two moments, like, her first fight and then a little bit at the end where I was like, okay, like I came around on her, but for the most part, I found her to be a very unlikable character and just found just the choices they made her do kind of just like, can't really bare bones basic Sonya Blade here. So
no, I agree and disagree. I think with her character, they made her, they were very cognizant of, she's like, I'm the female representation in this. I am not going to be weak whatsoever at all, period. I'm not a chick. I'm not a babe. I'm not getting rescued. I ain't a fucking princess. I'll kill you.
No, I was fine with that. It was just
no.
Anytime she opened her mouth, I was like, oh, I guess I don't want to root for you.
No. I understand. I just think they that was their main goal, to almost a detriment to her. Because she was just too much of a blunt force hammer of every time she spoke. Like, I'm not laughing at the joke. I don't give a fuck. There's only one time she was in on it that she just kind of let it go. But everything else was just like, fuck you, fuck these freaks. I'm about to fucking get that shit. Fuck you. And you're just like, damn, girl, calm down. We're all stressing out. We're on this weird island. This guy's delusional. He thinks it's a movie. And this guy's a god. And this guy is down. He gets it. Like, that's it.
He gets it. He's just looking to, succeed his destiny.
He's just looking to win Mortal Kombat, and they gave her some motivation with trying to find her teammate with Jax, her fucking, and they gave her it was just, she's tough. Like, her backstory was just like, hey, she's always been people trying to punk her out. She joined the army, and all she didn't give a fuck. She's like, I'm hard as fuck, private sector.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, yo, Joe. And then after that, you go to Johnny Cage, who just can't catch a break in his $1 million Malibu home.
Yeah. Foreclosure. He lives like a bum, being broken up with. His agent calls him, says he's got a gig for him. There you go. Johnny's in the tournament. Shows up late, does a cool little parkour thing onto the boat, and then we're on our way.
Real diva, this Johnny Cage.
Yeah.
I didn't mind his design. I think Joe McHale, I think he did a pretty good job with him.
He was a bit stiff at first, but then definitely I got more into his character. I didn't have a problem with him. I mean, he's a different interpretation, I think, for sure. Right. But I honestly didn't dislike it, because he was enough Johnny Cage to where I was like, I appreciate this. So.
Yeah, he's like MK9 Johnny Cage. He's still kind of flamboyant and kind of like, hey, look at me, rah, rah, I'm the fucking movie star. My question has always kind of stuck with me from the origins of Mortal Kombat, because I know he's basically, this game was built for like Jean-Claude Van Damme to star in it back in the day, right? And he was literally that character that Jean-Claude was going to play. And it didn't go down, so they kind of just did their own. and that's the origins of Johnny Cage kind of thing. And then the actor thing kind of stemmed from that, but his agent got him a spot on this super secret tournament that's to decide the Earth realm and like what? What kind of agent is that, bro?
Dude, the agent is Raiden.
Like, that's what I was waiting for. I was waiting for Raiden going, hey, man, I'm going to get some of that back end. And Johnny's going to be like, whoa, man, I know this is progressive, but I don't go that way. He was like, I'm not talking about your insurance. I'm talking about the dividends. And I've been like, boom, what a joke. Thunder God gets it.
Yeah, I mean, I always took it as like they either duped the agent into calling him or they were just like, I don't know. I mean, there's some loose logic you could find there.
No, I know.
The agent sitting there like, oh, fucking tournament decided the fucking fate of the world. Johnny, I got a roll for you, buddy. We're going to prove them wrong.
Do we do this Ninja Mime too? Or do I get John Boy on that boat to kind of fight for the safety of the world and Earthrealm?
He's like, you know what? No one wants Ninja Mime too. I appreciated Ninja Mime.
We'll shoot it in China. Like, yeah, I mean, it's a whole Destiny thing. I'm pretty sure Raiden put those pieces together. So I just assume Raiden was conducting everything because he's not allowed to interfere, but he can guide said characters to said outcomes. So I just chalk it up to that, like Raiden's divine intervention. And Johnny Cage getting Raiden's name wrong multiple times did make me chuckle each time.
And didn't he call him like...
He called him a bunch of shit.
He called him like Thunder God Randy or some shit. Yeah. That was just like amazing.
Yeah, but he said it so like heartfelt, and you were just like, all right, that's fine.
Like this is genuine effort of me trying to get your name right.
Yeah. So
did it work? No. All right. Fuck it.
So they take the boat over, slow boat to the tournament or whatever. They see Scorpion riding shotgun on another boat, and they're just like, whoa, that's the bad guy right there. He's hard as fuck. Because he's just standing at the fucking front of the boat, just like, arms folded.
He's fucking the Pirates of the Caribbean fucking music video, just top of the crow's nest, like, yeah, let's get it.
No fucks given. Basically, Scorpion from here on out is all business. You see him in his full garb now, and that's...
Yeah, but don't we go back to hell with him, or the Nether Realm?
Oh yeah, you're right. I totally skipped over that.
Yeah, we see that part, and then we're just like, oh, how did he get here? And then we go back, and he wakes up in, I guess, hell. I don't know. Is it hell? Nether Realm is supposed to be hell.
He's in Shinnok's realm, and Shinnok runs that realm. And Quan Chi's babysitting it because Shinnok's gone, and this dude's torturing Scorpion. Scorpion's pretty like kind of crucified, but he has these like sickles stuck in his forearm and his fucking calves. It's pretty brutal. I was like, oh, this is kind of sick. It's like a death metal cover. I'm like, oh fuck yeah.
It was very death metal. And he's being tortured for all eternity for some reason by some big kind of lazily animated demon.
A lot of the monsters, the generic throwaway monsters, are real Disney's Gargoyle style, big brick chut.
Yeah.
Wide shoulders, little feet.
I mean, I appreciated that they had all these like different monsters and different like just kind of really, instead of just being like, oh, Goro, and he doesn't match with anything else in this fucking movie. Like they had the centaurs. I was like, oh, okay, cool. I appreciate that shit.
Oh, they do have little speck of cameo-ish influenced characters. There's a guy that kind of looks like Aaron Black in the background of one of them. There's Mintaro. He doesn't get any speaking thing. You don't know if that is really the Mintaro the champion, because like he doesn't have like the armor on him and shit. But you're like, it's kind of a fucking centaur horse demon guy. It could be him. Maybe you know.
And that's the thing is like, there's a guy that they don't specifically say that's Baraka. It could have just been someone from his clan.
Yeah, the Tarkatans or whatever. Like, like he's a Tarkatan warrior.
Yeah, they just show like a lot of the other realms, but it's just they were so generic and like easily beaten. Where I was like, man, that's why you guys got fucking taken over already. So,
okay, just to skip to some of the, I kind of want to get to some of the fights because there was parts.
Hold on, we can't just skip Scorpion in hell because he makes the going through the Kwai Chi like butter look very easy.
Scorpion in hell, like listen, Scorpion is quote unquote a man on said mission. Like
hell's not gonna get in the way.
Like I don't even know if he can't be reasoned with. He just kind of stops talking, and then the other characters start talking. He's just like, yeah, okay, I'm gonna go over here and do my thing now. And you're just like, all right, well, maybe next time he sees us, he'll kill us. Okay, great. Like,
well, no, he has a great line where some demons like talk shit. He's like, "There's only one of you. There's 1,000 of us." And then he takes that demon's head off, and he's just like, "One less." And I was like, "Oh, get him, Scorp, get him."
yeah, because when Scorpion breaks free from his captor, he's just like, man, this guy's possessed.
Yeah. He has not forgotten that the title is Scorpion's Revenge. So,
and then he finally makes it to Shinnok's lair, and then Quan Chi's just chilling. Quan Chi's like, yo, what fuck? Is that you making all that noise over there, killing them dudes? And Scorpion's like, yo, where's Shinnok? Fuck you. And Quan Chi's like, yo, dude, don't come at me like that. And Scorpion tries to check him against the wall, and he's like, dude, you must think this eye makeup and shit's got me real weak. It don't. And he snaps him, and he kind of does the bone cracking fatality thing from the.
Yeah.
And he starts snapping his joints together, breaking his shoulder back and his leg, just contorting him in all these different balling him up ways. It's pretty sick. And he drops them, and the Scorpion's like, okay, I guess I'll listen now because you just checked me pretty hard. And this kind of
I need my arms to reset for a moment before I go into full rage again. Yeah. So you got like maybe 10 minutes.
And Scorpion's whole thing is like he could feel the pain, but he's just like doesn't care. Like it's almost like Spawnish, where he's just like, yeah, I get it. I can just reset myself. I'm so driven, doesn't matter. And he kind of cuts him a deal. He's just like, hey man, this is kind of from the game too, where this is where he gets the juice. This is kind of where he's the tortured soul. And he's kind of Quan Chi's champion. Quan Chi sends him to the tournament.
Yeah, and he agrees because he's like, all right, steal this key from what's his bucket, and it'll sing soon, and it'll release my master who can bring your family back to life and make things like normal for you. And so of course he's like, yeah, fucking, that's all I want. I just want my family. And then we're back to the tournament, and everyone's getting a hot meal. Johnny Cage has no problem eating weird alien food with eyeballs, which I appreciated. He talks to some like vampire-looking lady. She screams at him. He's just like, "All right, fucking, everyone's a critic," and just like walks away. Like he's just very unfazed by everything, which I appreciated.
Yeah, he just thinks it's a work. He thinks he's on a movie set the whole time. He's like, man, these special effects are weak. You're just like, okay. Like he's totally just delusional. Liu Kang's playing it cool. Sonya's just kind of waiting for Jax to appear. He finally does. And like that's kind of it. Everyone's just kind of in their own zones. They're getting along just fine. Shang Tsung's like, hey, this is my tournament. Shouts to me. I've won 9 in a row. I got to win 10. And once 10, I can take over any realm I want. Pretty sure it's going to be Earth realm. What's up?
Yeah.
Now that
is Earth the only one left at this point?
Like, I think so. I think if I remember like how they got, but he does a pretty good job. This movie's all for entry level people. If you've never seen a Mortal Kombat anything, he just lays down the knowledge from how we got here, the Elder Gods, the tournament rules. I mean, he just really Wikipedia's your ass. Really pretty good though. He doesn't linger on a lot of things. He gets to the chase, and you're kind of like, okay, I get it. We're here for a tournament that has all these repercussions. Let's go.
Yeah, I will say that. I mean, for me personally, because I'm not, I know Mortal Kombat. I've grown up with Mortal Kombat. I've even seen the bad movie. I've seen the shorts. I've digested a lot of Mortal Kombat, so I didn't particularly need that. But I did appreciate the fact that they made sure that people know that there's fucking Elder Gods and stuff, because those do become important story elements later on in the Mortal Kombat series, and it gives them somewhere to go. So showed that they were not just here for one movie, but possibly others. So
yeah, exactly. They're not here for a short time. They're here for a fun time.
No, they're here for a long time.
They're here for that money. That MK money.
They're like, we want the MK fan base. We just want to do this. Want to get this right-ish, so that you feel some sort of faith in us handling this outside of the video game.
No, I think that's what this does really, really, really well, is it takes all these beloved characters in this property and treat. I mean, I know NetherRealm is like down the street from them, so they're just kind of like, yeah, man, we're not gonna like shit on this IP. We're all in it together. You know what I mean? It's like all in-house, so they're not gonna like.
Yeah, they're all under the WB like roof. So and from what I know, from reading like the press releases that came with this and everything, is that or that they've been sending with the promotional shit, is that NetherRealm's like really didn't like have a huge hand or anything, but they gave their blessing towards everything. They were like, oh, okay, yeah, we approved that, and like really just were like, okay, yes, we enjoy what you're doing, go for it,
No, yeah, like Boone and Tobias. I know Tobias doesn't do a lot as much as he used to, especially now. But Boone, he gave his thumbs up. They went to them for like approval on some stuff and clarification on stuff. So they kind of that's why I assumed everything was so tightly knitted between certain characters and little events. But yeah, Shang Tsung, he throws a party and he's like, "You're here eating my food. You're shitting in my bathroom. I guess I could throw you some entertainment." And they're just like, yeah, cool. What's it going to be? And then Black Dragon, fucking Kano walks out. He's like, this piece of shit, kicks him in front of everyone. It's fucking Jax. And he's got his ass mollywopped. And they're just like, what the fuck? And then Sonya's like, no. And then they put like this invisible shield over. And you're like, oh, that makes sense. Maybe that's why no one's intervened in anybody's straight up tournament fights.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm just reading too much into that.
I mean, it seems like convenient for this scene to explain why she wasn't able to interfere. And
yeah, I took that and I sprinkled that in my brain on other events where I was just like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And then they just go, and then he's like, well, you're going to beat my champion. It's fucking Goro's in the house. Everybody's like, Goro, fuck yeah, fuck yeah. They start chanting for him.
Yeah,
like, what's up, bitches?
Oh my God, no, we got to talk about the chant real quick because it was horrible. It was horrible. It was not. There was like 3 people total chanting. They didn't layer it very well. None of them synced up. It was the worst chant ever because a good chant, everyone chants together. These people were all chanting, like trying to catch up with you. Go. No, oh, he's up. He's ahead of me. Go. And it was just that part bothered me. I was just like, oh, that's the worst chant ever.
I like the idea, but the execution was the very lackluster. I will agree to that.
So.
But Goro's like, what's up, man? Don't you, what the fuck? Let me rip them arms off. And then Jackson's like, well, you ripped my arms off, just like the game.
Just like the game. Guess I'm going to have to get some metal fucking arms.
And then Raiden was like, yo, what the fuck? And then he like cauterized his arms. I was like, oh, that saved his life. They're going to give you cyber arms, Jack. That's going to be okay.
And he's just like, hey, man, Raiden, you can't interfere. He's like, oh, did the tournament start? Then shut up.
Yeah, shut up. That's exactly what I thought. Raiden said what I was thinking. I was like, y'all just trying to murder this man, or did the tournament start?
Yeah, exactly.
Why is what the fuck?
Oh, and there was some spot where, like, in between this Goro Jax fight, where like Scorpion goes to steal the key, and then Raiden talks him out of it. He's just like, "Yeah, man, you steal that key, and like shit's gonna get worse, not better. I mean, you're dealing with a liar. You really think he's gonna, be good on his word?" And Scorpion's like, fuck, guess not. All right. And then the tournament does begin, and everyone's teleported away. And I was like, oh, that was cool. That was a nice effect.
Yeah, I like that idea. I like, because you're always just like, well, how did they get there? How did they get there? Where are these? So the part where the fan service kind of gets in, and I kind of let a lot of shit just go, yay. Yeah. You have the Baraka and Cage fight. Pretty interesting. It was okay. It was kind of walk.
Yeah, it's not really a fight. It's more of like Johnny Cage running away the whole time and
right,
like, outliving him.
So I thought the best fight in the whole thing was the Sonya and Reptile fight. I was like,
oh, for sure.
The way there was so much, like, once again, I'll say it 1,000 times probably in this review, is the fan service. It's just they're so sensitive to that, to where they were fighting. I mean, it was the most entertaining fight, and the ending and her talking shit. I was just like, damn, girl.
That was one of the times where I was just like,
one of the times.
I like you right now.
Yeah, she was like, get fucking wrecked. And I was like, damn.
I will say I felt like for Reptile, that was a pretty generic costume for him. I was just like, man, you really like Killer Croc him. Like,
No, that's his 9. That's his 9, where it's more.
It's not good.
It's more lizard in the face, less ninja-ish.
Yeah, I didn't really like that. You know, like I like his 10 and 11 look just fine. Or at least his 10. I don't know if he's in 11, but I liked his 10.
No, he's not.
Not
yet.
Yeah, it sounded wrong. I was like, I don't remember him being in that one. But
yeah, he's
10. He had a good look. I just didn't really. I don't know. It just looked too generic. Like it was too like plain clothes. Like he just showed up and was just like, oh shit. Doing the reptile thing today, I guess.
Not enough sequence for you. Not enough flair.
Like it was just like, hey, did that lizard just like find its dad's t-shirt and be like, I'm wearing this to the tournament, Dad? He's just like, come on, son, nah, like put on some pants at least. And he's like, nah, I'm gonna put on a vest over it, and that's it.
World's greatest lizard dad. Outworld dad. Fuck, it's just not his writing.
Goes and gets his head ripped off by Sonya. He's just like, oh, my boy.
Yeah.
Reptile Jr. No. God damn. These tournaments keep killing all my kids. Good thing I have about 20 every year.
The best fight though for me, hands down. I was like, this was cool. It was a good fight, fan service, gets Sonya over, and then she started just being real. You can't be mean to Johnny Cage, because being mean to Johnny Cage is everyone loves Johnny Cage.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like,
she punches him in the balls twice, and I was
for saying some dumb shit, which I would usually be like okay with, but I was like, it was just too much. I was like, listen, man, in the balls.
Yeah, he touched her, and she was like, "Get wrecked. We're doing an X-ray." And I was like, "Oh my god!"
Like, if she would have like broke his sunglasses or something, he'd have been like, "Oh hey," and then I'd have been like, "Okay, that's funny." But
or just like a punch in the face, the gut, anything other than just being like ball shot. And I was like, "Whoa!"
Yeah, man. But to disservice his grapes like that, not okay.
Twice.
Hard too. They used the celery cracking sound effect.
Yeah, like he was laying down. She stood up and like fucking just Charlie Brown kicked him in the balls, but no one pulled it away. No,
Luke Cage's just like, y'all done?
Yeah, Luke Cage was just like, fuck, man, that's why I don't fuck with Americans. They are stupid.
This fucking white bitch is out of control.
Yeah,
dude, I'm tired of them. He no-sold all their shit. They would be all there ranting. Johnny Cage is like, oh shit, this and that. And Luke Cage's like, yo, man, you done? I'm the chosen one, bro.
Yeah, and he finally told him, he was like, hey, man, this is not a movie. He was just like, oh, shit. Like, they're all sitting on a log. Johnny's just on, like, a pile of leaves. I was like, what are you doing? That is too itchy. You are going to be so itchy. Come on, man.
They could have been Outworld leaves, real soft.
No, I don't know. And then when he put on his sock and then all of a sudden his shoe was just there, I was like, where'd the shoe come from? What the fuck? He just put on a sock.
What is it, like Versace? It's that high brand. What is like one giant water sock sneaker that people are wearing now? What are those called?
Mean, that doesn't go with his suit.
Oh, it would. He could pull it off.
I don't know. And then like Scorpion just shows up and is like, hey, yo. Oh, he killed someone too. Like his fight was whatever. He killed another one of the Sub-Zero's groupies, and yeah, and then they're all just like chilling by the campfire, and then they're like, all right, let's get a move on.
Well, Liu Kang fights Katana, and Katana is like,
okay, we gotta talk about her costume.
Well, she submits, and he's just like, she's like, I'm not gonna kill you. I'm not here to kill you. I'm just here to fucking win the tournament. And she's like, what makes you think you can win it? He's like, I got some raiding guy just kind of directing traffic and stuff. And she's like, what? He's like, I don't know, man. He's like,
I have hope.
He's a god or something. I was hoping she'd drop an MK machine on her head and be like, boom, fucking fatality, remember? Everybody's like, yeah, man, we remember.
No, he was like, I got hope. She's like, all right, I yield.
Hey, man, you can't.
The weirdest costume. There is no fabric from like her midsection down to like the middle of her thigh, and I was just like, easy breezy, Katana, what the fuck is going on? Are you wearing underwear? Are you just freeballing right now? Are you just letting are you just airing out the curtains? Like, what's happening here?
Are you body shaming her?
I'm not body shaming her. I was just like, what the fuck's up with this costume? a weird ass costume.
If she wants to wear fast fashion and just kind of let it all hang out, you can't take that from her. She can wear whatever she wants.
No one is gonna look at this and be like, "That's fucking cool. I'm copying that." They're gonna be like, "Man, my ass is really breezy. What the fuck is happening?"
If you had an ass like that, you'd want to show the world too.
I can't see her ass. Her pants are too baggy.
I don't know. I didn't notice it, so I was just kind of.
Oh, it bothered me instantly. I was just like, "What the fuck is she wearing? What the fuck?" I lost track of their dialogue. Had to rewind just to be like, "Okay, what'd they say?" Okay, goddamn, that's distracting.
I was just like, would it be so hard to make her Asian descent? They finally fix it in 11. They kind of hinted on it in the earlier ones, and then this one, I'm just like, this is just some white chick. What the fuck is this? Fix that.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, it's never how it's been, bro. When she was introduced, never how it was. I know she was just a palette swap back in the day, but hell, they fixed that shit, and then they went back to this. I was like, fix that.
Well, I mean, it is voiced by the whitest woman on the cast, and I say that
in the world,
knowing who Sonya Blade is being voiced by, and I saw her and I was like, oh, how'd you get whiter than her? All right. You found a way. WB fucking lunchroom, I guess.
She's like, science fiction. I love mayonnaise. I was like, oh, that's a white person thing.
Oh, she's totally white. God, she's probably going to put mayo on top of coleslaw. God damn it.
Delicious. Just floats away. Like, what the fuck?
The fucking mayonnaise bottles.
That's not mayonnaise.
That's my shit. It's just that white. Yeah, and at some point we get revealed that the Black Dragons have infiltrated the island. Oh, shock. And they are very, I don't know. I wanted to say they had some kind of cool gear, but then they all had like a shitty, undetailed helmet. And I was a little disappointed by that. But
they were just cannon fodder for the heroes to wreck. There was a couple of cool fight scenes. I mean, Scorpion X-rays 3 of their heads together with one spear toss. I was like, that's OP.
Yeah, and then he whips him, and I was like, "Oh man, he got better somehow." I was like, "Oh damn, good job, Scorpion."
So. It just kind of dudes in the way just to get killed. Liu Kang like dodges bullets and shit. And his hair just does the hair whip, and I'm like, all right, that was kind of cool.
Yeah, they shoot through his hair, and I was like, oh, that's gonna look weird tomorrow. Nah. But then it didn't because it's a cartoon.
Yep, exactly. So yeah, they just get kind of trash, and then it gets because Kano's there, so his crony is going to be there. I thought they were going to kind of throw in Cabal, but I guess it doesn't fit in any of this right now. I mean, Reptile, you kind of barely. They do some more nods to locations. They don't go to the living forest. They're kind of in the forest. I was kind of waiting to see a spooky one, and I was like, oh, I wonder if they're going to go to the pier with the blood and all that stuff. They didn't do it there. I was like, oh, okay, but then they went to the pit too, which I thought was very cool. They had showed the 3 lines up for the pit part 2, and that's where Scorpion finds Sub-Zero.
Yeah. I would also like to point out that Johnny Cage has not fought anyone up until this point at all. I think that's important. He is still just kind of surviving. And then I thought I kind of appreciated that,
Yeah.
So Scorpion finds Sub-Zero.
And he fucking beats his ass they have a pretty decent fight. It's not a lot because we're kind of getting into that third act kind of crunch time where we got to hurry this shit up so we don't have 10-15 minutes to waste on fights.
Yeah, and we got a twist. We got to get to the twist. We can't, it's
I
don't even want to say how he kills it because I think it's kind of fucking amazing. So
it's kind of cool. Like my only question was, I was like, I could have swore they were fighting on Pit 2, but then you gave me a Pit 1 kind of fatality-ish thing shown, and then you kind of tweet. So I was just like, all right, because Pit 2 is just a straight slap on the flat ground, but I'm just kind of nitpicking.
I don't know. I mean, I assume this is the first movie that's Pit 1. So.
Yeah, but Pit 1 had spikes. Those almost were like rocky spikes. I get it. Whatever your story needs, bro. I'm over your shoulder. I'm backseat driving.
Just wanted spikes, man. They wanted spikes.
Yeah, some sort of impalement. So yeah, you get the little twist there, and the heroes finally make it to the final showdown with Shang Tsung. Shang Tsung's like, "Yo, who's up?" And then they're like, "This fucking Liu Kang. That's our dude." He's like, "All right, it's Goro." You're just like, fuck, okay.
It's Goro. Go for it. Yeah, and then meanwhile, Sonya's squaring off with like all these caged monster men, trying to get to Kano and Jax at the end of a very long path of people.
Right.
And then Johnny Cage shows up, and he doesn't save her, but they fight with each other, and I appreciated that because there was too many people for one person to beat, unless
real
you're
back to back
Scorpion.
buddy cop style.
And she's like, "Holy shit, Johnny Cage could fight!" And I was like, "There it is." I was waiting for it.
She snapped out of that shit. That she got beat down, and she snapped out of it real quick when she saw Johnny. The part they just went for his nut punch. I was like, okay. Give him a shadow kick. I mean, it's like
yeah.
Like you don't have to make it like green or the shadows or just maybe the shadows. Just make him move really fast. Like because like that's what I was waiting for. I was like, oh, they're saving Johnny. They're saving. When he goes off, he's gonna go hard. He's gonna start doing shadow kicks and just fucking everything up.
Yeah, I was disappointed because he was like kind of the only one that didn't get that.
Yeah, like Liu Kang had his cool moment. Sonya had her cool moment. I thought they were going to build up for him just kind of going. And he's like, hey, man, I don't break it out. But when there's a goddamn Kumite going on right now, I got to fucking go hard. And I was like, yeah, do it. Oh, he didn't do it. Oh, he did the nut punch. But he's going to do the nut punch. That's how he fucking basically signs his name.
Yeah, but even then, after that, I'd already seen Sonya kick him in the nuts twice. So I felt like the nut punch was underwhelming.
Yeah,
because I'd already seen too many nut punches at that point.
You got a guy that does the splits, punches somebody in the nuts via Jean-Claude, via the whole reason this shit was kind of created. You save the nut punch for that guy. You don't have her kicking everybody in the nuts. She did her fucking little fucking leg flip thing. I get some of their moves are kind of fantastic, but I'll brace myself. It's a cartoon. I'll let it go. You know what I mean? Like,
but still,
dude,
Scorpion just not too long ago put a spear through 3 guys' heads and then like whip them around.
No, I know.
Pulled out all the spines. Like
he's eating the
Johnny
weird shit.
can do a shadow kick,
Yeah, he's eating the weird shit at the fucking goddamn
lunch
buffet. The goddamn salad bar. Like, just tell me the little green squid thing he ate gave him the fucking green shit on his feet to do a shadow kick. I don't give a fuck. This is Outworld. There ain't no rules. There's no laws when you're drinking claws. You know what I mean? Like, have Johnny in there just fucking. But whatever. They've rescued Jax. Kano's there. They kind of. It's very underwhelming. I think Kano just gets fucking worked. If I remember.
Yeah, he got worked pretty hard.
No ball spin. No knife. I mean, he did his optic blast, which is kind of cool. I was like, all right, you gave him like one fucking move. And I was like, you built this dude up, and he just fucking did a job for the whole fucking team.
Yeah, just like every time Kano's in a live action, I feel like that's how he ends up, and it's just so disappointing because I'm like, no, this guy's like a really big fucker,
Yeah, just let him. I know we're running out of time, but just let him shine. Let him get like 30 seconds of offense.
Get away or something, and then like save him for another one.
Yeah, just shake his fist and he jumps on a helicopter as the island's going down or something. I don't give a fuck.
He's like, "Fuck you, Blade!"
And then, yeah,
He's I love it. A jerk off motion. He is. Oh, I'm gonna hunt his ass down to the end of the earth, and just like
that guy's an Aussie piece of shit.
He just flies by again. He's just like dick out, like, "Woo, suck it, motherfuckers!" And just like, man, I wish I had an RPG right now. Down that motherfucker. Circles around like 3 more times. It's just like, we get it. You're a dick, okay?
Yeah. Got a lot of fuel in that. Got a lot of fuel in that chopper.
How far is that helicopter going, you think?
Island is pretty small.
He's like, I got a boat waiting for him. They're like, all right, you motherfucker.
I'm going to park this on the SS. Fuck you. Do you get where I'm going with this? We're like, God, get out of here.
He just takes his shit. He's like, just like, what the fuck? What the fuck is wrong with this guy?
There's literally no one there. And they just left.
Yeah, the pilot's like, can I go, man? Like, the island already disappeared. Like, it's gone.
Everyone's
like,
gone.
No, they'll know. They'll feel it in their soul.
Oh, so after they beat his ass, they talk shit. They grab Jax. They're like, hey, dude, you got no arms, man. You want like a coat or something? Because it's gonna. Is it cold? I don't even know. Like, what happens here? And he's just like. He's like, hold on. And he turns to Kano, and Kano's like on the ground, like, I just got fucking wrecked. and then he stomps him. And I was like, whoa, is that like a callback to his Mortal Kombat 3 fatality where he grows really big and then the boot drops on him? Or am I only a fan that was just like, dude, you read too much into that, but thank you for remembering that?
I think you read way too much into that. I think he was just getting some like bullshit revenge. It seemed unnecessary because I was like, I'm pretty sure he's already dead. And then you just like stomped him for no reason.
I want the letter from Warner Brothers going, hey, dear fan, thank you for remembering that horrible, horrible fatality at MK3. I think it's run, low kick. And Jax goes really big and he smushes them and it's fucking stupid. But you know what? Yes, that was a nod to it. Here's your free sticker.
To this day, it's still in the lowest percentile of fatalities ever used. Thank you. Thank you for using it and remembering it. Keep being a fan. It's like a used sticker. They just send it to you. You're just like, oh, it's used.
I'm like, what is this? Like the band they used? This sucks.
It's like a stencil. Like Ed Boon just stencil. He's like, send that to him.
It's just a sticker off a Chiquita banana. They're just like, here, dude. Like, good eye, sniper. I'm glad you saw that.
My kid peeled this. It might be a little wonky. You're like, what the fuck? Man.
Ed Boon brings me in. I'm the new god of NetherRealm because they're like, only that super fan found out our stupid thing.
Only the super fan caught the mildly resembling fatality from Mortal Kombat 3.
Only we hit one stupid fatality in this whole thing, and he found it.
Not the Ultimate Edition, the normal edition. Okay, the one that sold like gangbusters. Okay,
play me right now with Human Smoke Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3. You will not fucking win. I
believe it. I don't want to. Yeah.
So yeah, that's it. Like fucking Goro's putting in work on Liu Kang. The other good guys ish are kind of like, hey, we kind of did our part. You got to wrap that story up, buddy. And he's like, I'm working on it. I'm getting my ass beat. And Scorpion's like, I got you, Doc.
Yeah, Scorpion just comes on down, makes it look real easy. Like I was like, Liu Kang, how are you supposed to save anything? Like the fuck, Chosen what? Chosen look like a real fucking piece of shit right now. Scorpion, like. Doing all the work. Scorpion does all the heavy lifting of this movie. He gets them out of every jam.
Gets them out of every jam. Fucking Quan Chi and fucking Shang Tsung are just like, yo, celebrate. Let's crack the bub, dog. Let's take a sip of the bubbly. And he's like, yeah, man, I got you. Quan Chi's like fucking brewing up and shit. And
he pulls up the biggest flask of poison.
Giant Smurf vial of fucking poison.
He's like, listen, I know I just poured red wine, but how about some bright green poison?
He's like, hey man, I'm gonna pour this slime. I'm pouring Slimer in your drink, bro. Don't look. Are you looking?
Don't look. Slimer's like, I hate you. He's just let me die. He's like, kill him and you can die, Slimer. Just shut the fuck up and get in the drink.
Promise.
Is this like an ecto cooler? Are you pouring an ecto cooler in here? Yeah, it went bad. Okay.
But I added more sugar.
How's that even possible? Oh, it's not really, but it's two ecto coolers.
Quan Chi, you truly are a bastard.
Yeah. And Shang Tsung is just like, bitch, this is green. Like,
yeah,
pour this out. Like, what the fuck, man?
He's like, you dumb bald-headed motherfucker. You think I was gonna fall for this? He's like, dude, when I go tell Shao Kahn what you did, that's my boss. Nobody gives a fuck about a Shinnok. He sucks. You suck. Fuck your magic. I've won 9 in a row. 9 in a row with my kiss makeup on, bitch. 9 in a row. And the Quan Chi is like, oh shit, dude, you caught me. He's like, yeah, dude, this shit's like green fudge. You just put my fucking drink. I'm not blind, motherfucker.
Slimer's just laying on the steps like, you lied. He's just like, shut up, Slimer.
Slimer's like, can I go now? He didn't fall for it.
Go back to hell. He's just like, no.
It's good to know Slimer's rotting in hell somewhere.
Oh, for sure. I mean, you don't become a green, disgusting ghost by not rotting in hell. Okay. He's a ghost.
Beelzebub, it's me, Slimer. I I just want to talk about maybe getting out. I did the movies that were real fun. I was really over in the cartoon. I had action figures. Is there any way possible?
My own comic book series, limited series. It was a 7-issue run.
That was my name on the fucking marquee. So you think maybe I could like maybe go to heaven? Hear me out. Maybe back to Earth as like a squirrel. I'll take anything. Just don't make me homeless because that's fucked. Maybe like a sewer rat. Like, I don't even care. Can I just go back to Earth? Like, I don't even remember what I look like. I've just been this green pile of shit floating around for, I don't know, a long time.
No, I'm gonna be a vial of poison, you say? Huh?
What? What is that? What's poison?
Just very disappointing. It's a sad day for Slimer. Slimer's feeling a little down.
If I had balls, you'd be kicking me in them right now. I know that's popular right now, but you would just be keeping it going. So I'm just gonna go do this poison thing. I'll just bring it up later when you're in a better mood. Yeah, I talk like this. I don't have the little baby voice like I did in the cartoon. Okay.
When he sounded like he only had like 2 brain cells, he was just like, Slimer, and they were just like, Slimer, shut the fuck up, Slimer. Why did we make you a supporting cast member?
Is there gas leak where you're at?
You're a real fucking snarf right now. You know that?
Ooh, thumbs down.
He was, though.
Yeah, he was the green snarf.
Yeah. And so then Shang Tsung's like, hey man, Scorpion, you're the new champ. You just gotta, my master will give you everything you want and desire. Blah, blah, blah. Promises. Just beat Liu Kang's ass. And he does not.
No, I forfeit. You're like, what?
Yeah, I was kind of like, wait, what happened? I was like, what the fuck? Oh.
I was waiting for him to maybe like kind of beat Liu Kang's ass a little bit. Liu Kang's like, yo, I just got like my tricep, my bicep, all ripped. My arms are hurt. They're burning, bro. They're
Everything
on fire.
Hurts. And I just saw you beat the guy that did this to me like really easily. So
well, he kind of jacked him from behind, put the spear in his head. So like Scorpion kind of like just he did the ninja part of his whole gimmick for once.
Like Liu Kang, you need to start fireballing people through the chest, okay? Like, come on.
Liu Kang's like, that's not till later when I got them dizzy. I could do the fist of flames.
And then when I become a zombie, and then I come back from being a zombie, and we just kind of disavow the zombie part, and
they go back in time. They go back in time and fix all that. That's fine.
Oh, that's how they.
Yeah.
When in what one is that? They do in 11? They fix it.
You missed out on 11, so I don't know why you got to play 11.
Already did the zombie. All right, fine. I have to play 11 after this. We're gonna do a Mortal Kombat 11 podcast.
We're gonna stream it. You can watch us. Yeah. Dustin, just slap that shit on easy, go through everybody. You'd be like, it's a good story.
I can handle normal. Thank you very much.
Ooh.
I don't need easy settings.
That's it. We're going to do
I'm not playing it on a Switch. Thank you very much. Okay.
We're going to do a big invite. We're going to have all the listeners come in. We're going to have a big tournament. We're going to see who bangs the hardest. Who's in the fucking trenches.
All right, but no cheap characters, Kevin.
What are you talking? What, dude? Get good.
Whatever. You know the cheap characters. You'll find it, and everyone will be like, all right, no Scorpion.
Yeah, right. I don't play that guy.
Everyone has to play the same character. Sonya Blade.
What's this like? This is a second grade baby rules.
Everyone, see who slaps harder as the same character, okay?
No way. This is stupid.
All right, fine. You can only do the core 3.
What the hell?
Liu Kang, Sonya Blade, Johnny
Cage. React.
No, fucking that's it.
That's fine. So basically, low-key Scorpion wins this tournament-ish, I guess, because he beats Shang Tsung's guy. But Raiden's like, hey man, I didn't interfere. And Liu Kang's like, I thought that was my destiny. He's like, nah, dog. I didn't say you beat Goro. I said you beat fucking Shao Kahn. And everybody's like, oh shit, sequel, dog.
Ooh. And then so Earth wins. Shang Tsung's real pissed off. Scorpion doesn't really give a fuck. So
he bails, and fucking Quan Chi's like, hey dude, you're like a dog off your leash. I gotta put you down. Scorpion's like, motherfucker, I've been waiting for this. And he starts
He's like, you think I just pulled myself out of, a spike and then, patched myself up, put a fucking spear through that guy, yielded the fucking tournament to fucking not throw down with you, motherfucker? Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go.
So once Shang Tsung bounces, the fucking island starts to crumble, and all the shit, all the magic that kept it together, and the hate of the hour. So they're just fucking fighting. The temple's coming down around them. They fucking kicks and punches, and Scorpion prevails because he's on the cover, and
it's called Scorpion's Revenge. He's gonna get that.
My one little gripe is I was just like, come on, guys, you guys could have you could have done anything you wanted. He should have hit him with every fucking fatality. And I mean, he should have cut the throat, split him in half. You know what I mean?
He did hit him with 2 at least, though.
Nah, he did some made up bullshit. He only did he did the classic one where he takes his hood off and he has the skull because he's going to be forever a tormented soul, which is great. But he what?
He pulled his spine.
That's Sub-Zero, dude. He doesn't do that shit.
Well, he was like, Sub-Zero's dead, I'm stealing it.
Like, yeah, that's when he did this. When he pulled his head, I was just like, what the fuck is that, bro? That's a wrong fucking ninja. It's a wrong clan. That's the blue motherfucker for all you simple ones out there.
NetherRealm sees this. They're just like, guys, God fucking damn it. We told you that's Sub-Zero's. And they're like, oh, we just get them confused because the yellow and the blue and
the 2 separate colors. One dude makes ices. One dude makes the fucking flaming hot Cheetos. You stupid idiots.
They bought, there was a Toasty line. Did you catch that? I appreciate that.
I saw the Toasty part. He's like, ooh, Toasty. And I was like, yeah, cool. But yeah, that was like a blown opportunity. I was like, man, Sub-Zero's fatality from Scorpion? But it wasn't even really that. It was like this weird hybrid meshy. I don't know what the fuck it was.
Well, we got the get over here. We got like almost his entire move set. I mean, he even had the sword moves. I don't know. I mean, I wasn't upset, but I mean, I get your point, but I still think there was enough homages to just Scorpion's very long move list that it appeased me. I will say I was not a fan of his mask. The black gave it like too much like negative space, and it made his face look really weirdly thin there. I wanted the mask to be better. So
like I'm always been a fan of their MK2. I like the MK1 design, but their MK2 design was really kind of cool with those like catchers fucking shin guards on, and you know what I mean, like that kind of fucking BMX dirt bike mask they wore. I always thought that was kind of cool. It was almost like this weird cyberpunky type spin on it. I didn't really dig the overall art design on Scorpion's mask.
And his weird, like, scaly eyebrow.
Well, it was almost like this
like, what the fuck?
chromag, like, skull type shit. They were trying to make his face look like a skull. So if you look at his brow and the way his mask shaped in very narrow, it kind of gave that negative space of like a jawline where his teeth would kind of be. It tried to be a skull.
It just didn't work.
It didn't work. And because everything's so dark.
The animation wasn't good on it, good enough on it, Like, I will say this, but the animation's good, but the overall, most of the characters are pretty fucking ugly. Like, none of them are like they all had this weird knuckle line on them, and then like heavy shadows on the faces a lot of the times where I was like, don't do that. They look stupid as fuck.
That's like the character design per se wasn't horrendous, but it is a little off-putting, but you get used to it like in the first 20 minutes.
Yeah.
But
you get used to it, but I wasn't like, oh, fucking don't clean this up for the sequel. I was like, no. Like, clean this up, get some more detail, please.
Like the design of them and like when they're standing around talking, they're not very, it's not an attractive look to them, but when they're animated for their fighting, they look really, really good. And that's kind of all I cared about. Like I said, I can't put over that. The Sonya reptile fight was just really good. Like the way she moves, she does that little leg flip thing. Just like the animation I thought was really good in that. Like it was fast. It wasn't trying to be like, hey, this is anime. You know what I mean? It was still trying to like be their design of character, I should say.
I don't know. It gave me a real like early 2000, like 2003 Ninja Turtles, where it was just like, man, could you put any more fucking shadows on this goddamn thing? No.
Yeah. It was
like half black. Okay.
There was a one part, I can't remember what character was running, and it reminded me of Aeon Flux, except for
Oh,
like,
it was Sonya Blade. Yeah, no, I was like, oh, that was some Aeon
yeah,
Flux shit. It was during the reptile
yeah,
fight. Yeah, because I saw that too. I meant to bring that up because I was just like, oh shit, that was so Aeon Flux, and it
because
looked
she's
yeah.
almost like at this kind of like 3/4 camera angle where it's kind of like it splits the background, and she's kind of the splitting piece for the background and the foreground, and the way they kind of have it angled, and the way she's running and digging in. I was like, God, that looks like Aeon Flux because she really didn't do anything but slide around and run and put her tongue in weird places. Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember that
I mean,
show.
it did. It had like a nice like that was a very nice like homage to that in a way or something. But
I don't. Yeah, I don't
yeah,
even know.
I wanted to see more like good animation moments. Like I felt like all of Sub-Zero's men looked exactly the same. Like, you know, and then like the Black Dragons looked all exactly the same. And
Right.
I wanted like better animation quality for a Mortal Kombat story, you know, like especially if it uses the Unreal Engine and makes them super realistic. Like, fucking do better on this.
No, I agree. Like I feel like little things that bothered me, like that the overall look of them, I was kind of like, oh. When I first saw them, I was like, I guess it's okay. I didn't like shit my pants, but I wasn't like disgusted. There was a little things that were off-putting, like Sub-Zero's like the Lin Kuei, their fucking their eyes. I was like, these ninjas don't give them pupils. Don't give them eyes. They look stupid because like almost their eyes don't know where to go. I know you want to do the one gimmick where the guy's eyes like pops out of his head, which was great.
Yeah.
That was great.
Just do just that guy, like, and make it after he dies, like, because all of a sudden he has eyes. But yeah,
sure, like they're all under a spell or they're really into their ninja shit. But I was just kind of like their eyeballs, just like
it seemed like an afterthought because I was like, well, there's no other detail. It's just like boop boop. There's 2 dots. We're good.
Like I said, it's not repulsive, but you're not going to be like, oh fucking
yeah. I just especially when it was
what's it called, like the Ghibli house or whatever. Is that where this came from?
The Ghibli house?
What's it called? What's that shit called? The Spirited Away Animation Studio.
Oh, Studio Ghibli or whatever. Ghibli. I don't even know how to. I can't not say that now. You fucking knocked it out of my brain.
Don't blame me. I
suck at this shit anyway. So you say Ghibli house. That's all I'm gonna say.
The Ghiblis.
The Ghiblis. Yeah. Yeah. I just expected more because it's not like WB has bad animators or some shit. Like they have a lot of talented animators. Not like all of them are just like, oh yeah, I want to do Bro Frozen with the Disney or some shit, you know.
What?
Bro Frozen, that's what Onward is. But anyway.
Oh. Sorry, that was
there is a action figure version of this release for you have to get the 4K. It's $35, but the action figure is it's pretty cool.
Really?
I don't even know if there's any. Are there Mortal Kombat action figures like outside of like maybe the early? You know,
there has been. I know there's a lot of statues and like con stuff, but I haven't seen like a proper series come out of like, hey, collect 1 through 9. Here's this series. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, it's the costume. It's the costume from the movie, but it looks really cool. Like this action figure looks really cool. Like I was like, oh, you should totally do a Mortal Kombat action figure line, you know, just don't do the gory stuff, but
do the gory stuff like the Gears of War where you got the headshot locusts.
Like those don't sell well, you know.
I bought it and I could never find it ever again because everyone bought it and kept it.
I mean, like, yeah, from a collector standpoint, but I mean, like, if you just wanted, like, do your PG-13 Mortal Kombat to get kids involved so you can sell a shitload of action figures or whatever, like, I think just like
they're like, hey, dickhead,
a living room
R.
safe, a living room safe Mortal Kombat action figure line would be fine. Okay,
everyone's looking around. This motherfucker knows it was rated R, right? We called him a motherfucker.
I know. I'm saying to get the kids involved.
No, dude, fuck the kids.
Living room safe so that you don't have people like, is that kid playing with a fucking Scorpion fatality action figure? Like, what the hell's going on here? Do I need to call child services? I'm just saying, this action figure, do an entire series like that, you know?
Yeah, no, like this isn't for kids. This is for all the kids that grew up and we're just like,
dude, I'm trying to get them money. Okay.
Okay, this figure does look okay. I'm not mad at it.
See, exactly. Cool. I would like other figures that look like that. I don't need them all holding fucking spinal cords, man. That's all I'm saying. I know it's for a mature audience and rated R. I'm just saying I don't need that action figure to look
this
like.
motherfucker knows this is R.
Thank you. I got the fucking press release where it's like hard R. We went and got it. We went and got it rated just because, just to make sure you fuckers knew this is R. Find a rating on all the other ones we've done. No rating.
That's the head of the fucking press release. Motherfucker, this is R. So I don't see your fucking kids watching this. You fucking bad parent.
Well, guys, like, no, we're totally watching it together.
Yeah, I don't see
7. Is that cool? I mean, I guess whatever. Like, I was corrupted around that time with Mortal Kombat. Whatever.
I don't see any current action figure line that's available. I mean, this one guy selling this Mortal Kombat Scorpion action figure for $350 with no shame.
No, that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about. I want to go to Target.
It actually looks really cool though, so
I'm sure it does for $300. It better fucking like just make my head explode with excitement when I see it. But I'm just saying, like, just a general action figure. Like, you don't have to have Mortal Kombat BR. I get that that's what it's always been and stuff, but you could just like do an afternoon cartoon of this shit and it'd be fine. Like all these ninjas and shit, kids would love it. That's what I loved when I was a kid playing it. I didn't need blood and fatality. It was like the fucking cool ninjas.
Yeah, but you wanted them.
Yes, I did want that too, but I'm just saying you don't have to have that. Let them play it or like watch a cartoon and be like, I love this, and then they play the game. They're like, this is so much better. You know, and you could turn the blood off in those games. It's not a big deal.
Yeah, but like, I don't know, man. I agree, but I disagree because
I agree, but I disagree. I'm one of those hardcore Mortal Kombat fans. I need everything to be R forever.
No, it's just like these games are getting way more gruesome and violent, and like, I don't know. I guess you could. I guess you could have 2 different ones that parents get confused about and actually buy the wrong one
all the time for everything.
I don't know. But everybody's man-children now anyway, so they're just going to buy it no matter what. Yeah, they had figures come out. They're way too expensive.
Yeah, this looks cool, but I'm not putting $350. And it's used. This asshole opened it. I'm not giving you $350
what
for this
a piece of
used ass figure.
You don't open toys, period. You don't get them to open them, you stupid tit.
Yeah, here's the Sub-Zero. It's only $70.
There we go, finally.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, but no, I'm just like, do the normal ones. It's fine. I'm saying the one that came with this is very kid-friendly.
So ideally, if this does well, hopefully it will, it's a Mortal Kombat Legends, i.e. plural, i.e. more than one. Who knows, maybe we'll see more if they do maybe Mortal Kombat 2 as the housing for the main A story, and then you can have maybe 2 other characters running tangent in there. You know what I mean? Like,
well, you got to reintroduce Jax and some other people.
I mean,
new bad guys.
Of course, the further we go in the story, the bigger the roster gets. So you can always pick and choose.
Bloated, even.
Yeah. I mean, you get to 3 because then the story stays super tight. But once you get 4, it kind of falls off a cliff, and even the franchise kind of took a shitter.
Yeah.
And then you can always come back with DC versus Mortal Kombat, and everyone's going to be like, what? That was a game? And I'll be like, sure was. It is terrible. And then you go just skip right
really hard achievements, too.
Yeah, just skip right to 9, 10, and 11. Then we're back on Easy Street, and everything's back to the good old days. Just
printing fucking cash.
Yeah. Don't like everything we done to your favorite franchise? Fuck it. We'll reboot it. And it's all back to what you remember and love. Because you remember things. And we know that. And we want to resell those ideas back to you. Capitalism.
But we like 10 a lot.
They're like, what? No, that was fine. Why'd you say anything after that?
Someone had to say something. One of those just hit the end of the podcast. I'm just like, oh, that was all right. Real poetic there. What the fuck?
No, you tell the people that are hopefully still with us what you thought about Mortal Kombat Legends Scorpion's Revenge.
I would definitely give it a watch. Watch if you're a fan of the franchise. If you've just like never cared about Mortal Kombat, this is gonna like make you care. Like if you know what Mortal Kombat is and you still just don't care, then you're not gonna be won over by this. But if you're looking for a good action animation film to share with your loved ones and small children, possibly, this is a watch from me.
Why do you got little kids watching this still, dude? Every time you're trying to sell this to the kids. What's your problem?
People will do that, all right? Don't act like you were watching violent shit as a child. It's going to happen.
Yeah, but like...
Just accept it. Move on. Some 12-year-old's going to watch this and be like, this is the greatest shit ever. Do you see the guy's googly eyes? It was amazing.
Well, yeah. Well, he's 12. He's probably seen like way more worse.
Exactly. So I don't understand your complaint.
I don't know. I'm defining
12
little
is
kids.
Still a young child, sir. Still a young child.
I don't care your brand of child that you enjoy. I'm just saying I don't. You are. Yeah, Scorpion, The Revenge, the Mortal Kombat. Yeah, it's fun. It's an easy watch. I concur with everything you said except for the little children exposure. Like if you know Mortal Kombat, this is a no-brainer. You're gonna watch it. You're gonna get a kick out of it. You're gonna be like, damn, look at all that blood. And
it's better than Annihilation.
Yeah, it's if the first Mortal Kombat live action wasn't so fun, I haven't seen it in years, so it could have maybe staled over this time.
Yeah, it doesn't.
I'll have to watch it again, but maybe this is an easy recommend because I'm just a fan of this series.
I think we covered it.
The first Mortal Kombat?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Maybe we will.
I don't know. If things don't go over the top, then maybe we'll talk about that one.
Sheesh.
Yeah. So yeah, that's it. Check it out. I think it's a thumbs up.
Yeah. My one and only gripe is I would have liked to have seen the transition to Scorpion. Like, I thought that would really be included. That's my only knock.
Yeah, that'd have been super cool. I thought about that for like a half second. I was like, ooh, we're going to see him don the mask. We're going to see them strip him to his fucking bones and he's this tortured demon. That's what I was waiting for when they had him chained up.
Yeah, he just showed up on the top of a pirate ship. Like,
which was cool. He didn't R.
He totally R'd. Like
he said they're pretty cool with his arms folded, just like ready to wreck shit. And I was like, yeah, he wants to get off this boat. His tummy don't feel too good. Those waves are
like, these are not seafaring legs. I'm more of a land lover.
That's true. I didn't think about that. They love the land.
And he just teleports behind someone.
Exactly. But yeah.
Scorpion's Revenge. Check it out. You can find me on social media as Enter the Hero, and you can probably just find Kevin as I interact with him on social media. We will likely have a social media account for this podcast for you to follow that.
Yeah, that would be a lot easier, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's not currently, so I don't want to, pretend I'm gonna get that done before this is posted. So I'm just gonna play it safe and say you can find me, and then subsequently you'll probably find the social media that will follow. Enjoy our new home on Buzzsprout. Should make it easier for you to listen and do the clickety clicks and all that. And otherwise, thanks for listening. We'll be back next time.
See you later.
You don't get to say anything. That was an ending.